Good afternoon. It's Supervisor Rose here from District 16 here in Dane County. Hope you're having a good day. It's a little hot out there as we end up the month of August and just don't know what the weather is bringing these days. I wanted to just comment, as I often do, I think almost consistently do after a board meeting. This response is a little late, but the board meeting was last week. You will see the date of the board meeting noted in the comments here on this video. A couple things came up that night, and I want to share them with you for any comment or concerns or conversations. And the first was a resolution. It was actually an amendment to an ordinance to include caste as a protected category as it relates to equal opportunities in our county. Basically, let me just set it up. Caste is something that relates to the country of India. Folks over there are categorized. For years, it was a systemic racist action where people were qualified of their importance and thus their abilities to be paid properly or put into certain positions based on their caste position. It was often based on an occupation you held or your name. It became illegal in India years ago, but what we're finding in the United States is Indian folks are coming and claiming citizenship here, as well as those that are working over here on various visa programs, that either people hiring that are of Indian descent or people that are applying for jobs or in certain positions are being discriminated against or allegedly discriminated against because of their name and previous occupations or family occupations. So although it's illegal in India, my understanding is it still happens over there, much like what we face here with our racism issues. But here it's become a big point, predominantly in the tech field. A lot of Indian folks gravitate to that field. The city of Seattle did similar legislation not too long ago. State of California did legislation like this. And for me, I had two independent citizens here in Dane County in District 16 approach me about allegations of this happening to them. So I felt it was important enough. I drafted a resolution with the county court, with our corp counsel, and then Supervisor Pelabon and Supervisor Ritt jumped in to support this with me, and a slew of other people came on board. So at the last board meeting, it went to vote and it was passed and immediately put into effect that evening. So things like sexual orientation, gender, will now include words like caste. So it's countywide. The state has the power of recognizing protected classes as it relates to housing and certain other things. But we in Dane County, with this amendment to the ordinance, basically are saying if you are a vendor of Dane County, and we have many, or if you are an employee of Dane County, you are protected based on this new ordinance amendment if you feel you're discriminated against and found to be held back in certain opportunities based on your caste. That happened. The second thing I want to comment on is something that happened about 45 days ago in Public Protection and Justice, which I sit on as a commissioner, appointed by the chair. And what was before us is we had a new department in the 2023 budget created of criminal justice reform, or criminal reform, as it is now called. And we are in the process of searching for someone to lead this. And under this person will be a slew of other opportunities and positions that are available. Well, one of those positions is really someone that will oversee our new restorative court here in Dane County. And in order to hire that position, we needed someone temporarily to fill the overall position of this new department. Well, the headhunters are out there and we're trying to find the right person for the position. So it was the decision by county executive, Joe Precy, to put forward former Dane County Sheriff's name for consideration of this position as a part-time position for 5 months or so. So Dave Mahoney came before us, and a vote was taken if we would confirm on the PP&J level, which would then go to personnel and finance. And if confirmed on both sides, or if the vote was favorative on both sides, it would go forward to the board to make a decision. At that meeting, I clearly stated that I don't think someone that is the head of of a criminal system, meaning a jail system, should really be the head of such a new department that's dealing with reform. Do they have a place at the table? 100%. And we do have our current sheriff, Kelvin Barrett, on that committee. So I didn't think it was the right choice. So it went to vote, and I made a motion to block the appointment, and it was a 4-3 vote, I think, to block it. So what happens in that case is it's over, end of discussion. It doesn't get moved to a vote. Well, 45 days later, you can, as a county board supervisor, bring it up at a county board meeting, which is what happened last week, to reconsider this appointment and to vote on its confirmation on the board level. So it's a great system of checks and balances. And it was brought forward by Supervisor Bowling and seconded by Supervisor Ratcliffe that we reconsider this suggestion by Parisi. So that will be coming up on a future, I think September 7th board meeting. We'll have more information on that. I just wanted to explain that for those of you that want to understand why I would block Sheriff Mahoney's, it wasn't him personally. It was just the idea of a former person who ran a system, which is what we're trying to fix. It didn't seem right. So that is why I put forward the motion. Others agreed with me, and it was blocked. And now it is coming forward to a vote. So if you have comments, questions, concerns, or want to engage in a conversation about that, please reach out to me about this or the cast amendment, and I'll be happy to talk to you guys. Thank you so much.